From that love, let's get to the hate.
Yes, sir.
Jump to Derrick Henry, a guy whose PFF grade has fallen off a cliff this year, and so is his production as a proud or unproud member of your fantasy team.
I don't know that he's solely responsible for 0-5.
He's a big contributor.
But he has had a big hand in it as well. He's been brutal. There's no question about it, right? I mean, since week 2, he's running back 46 on a points per game basis. He's averaging just 12 touches a game. He's averaging under 8 fantasy points per game. I mean, for a guy that went in the first round in most fantasy drafts, second round in ours, because of course we were super flex, and so I went quarterback in the one. But like, to get running back 46 production out of your second round running back, again, there are other people that helped to 0-5, but the king, more of a prince these days. You don't like the matchup against the Rams. They give up the fifth fewest yards to opposing running backs. They're giving up just 3.5 yards per carry. And, you know, with Lamar Jackson not expected to play, this offense just looks brutal under Cooper Rush. And so if you are the Rams, who already have a good run defense, aren't you going to be like, we'll take our chances with Cooper Rush, and we're going to load the box? And just whether it's in his head because of the fumbles or the offensive line isn't gelling, or maybe finally Father Time has caught up with Derrick Henry and he's lost a step. I can't tell you exactly why it hasn't been there this year. All I know is that it hasn't been there this year, and nothing about this matchup or what we've seen from Derrick Henry over the last 4 weeks lets you think, oh, this is the year this is the week that he puts it together and gets it out. I have him at running back 27 because he's always a threat to fall into the end zone. But
like he did last week.
Which he did last week. Yeah. But that, even last week when he fell into the end zone, it's not like he had a massive game. He just barely got to double-digit fantasy points. So, again, he's a low-end flex. It's the lowest I think I've ever had Derrick Henry in my career as a fantasy writer. He's running back 27. It's sad to see. I hope he gets better for my team, for Derrick. We like Derrick Henry here, but yeah, tough day at the office.
Yeah, to me, the concern with Henry, it's not so much like, all right, he struggles against the Texans with Cooper Rush as quarterback, whatever. That's, you know, bound to happen, or at least a good chance to happen. It's the fact that when they played with Lamar against the Browns, Lions, and Chiefs, he didn't do anything in those games either.
Right.
So, and that just seemed impossible based on how efficient he was last year. A guy who's going to struggle for efficiency this weekend, I think, is Michael Carter, who plays the Indianapolis Colts. Michael Carter got a ton of workload against the Titans for the Cardinals with Trey Benson and James Conner out. You suspect that the Cardinals are not going to be desperate to feature Amari DiMercato after what went down in Arizona last week, but it's a tough matchup against the Colts. The Colts' run defense is not overwhelming, but it's more the fact that the Colts are 7-point favorites. I'm old enough, Matthew, to remember when the Indianapolis Colts at home in week 1 were underdogs to the Miami Dolphins. How things have changed since then. They are now touchdown favorites over the Cardinals. And Michael Carter, I think, is going to struggle to get game script. And if he couldn't be efficient against the Titans, I don't think he's going to be efficient against the Colts.
Yeah, I think all of that's fair. I mean, what has changed for the Colts? They've allowed you, Mr. Bandwagon, to jump on board. Like, if you want to know if there's a way to sort of tell, hey, how is this team doing? Is Jay in or out on them?
Oh, man.
Like, right, exactly. Like you bailed on your.
I'm full the shoe.
Yeah, exactly. You bailed on your Saints and Giants pretty quickly, and now you're a Colts man.
It's a good call.
Yeah,
go for our time.
Ultimately, yeah. So anyway, Bandwaggy Jay is in on the Colts, and I get it. They're a good team. They're more than a touchdown favorite at home against Carter. Will they? The only argument for Carter is I do think because I think there's a chance that they'll use him a little bit more in the passing game. We just don't know what the fallout from Amari DiMercato last week is. That was as boneheaded a play as it has been in the NFL this year. Yes, A.D. Mitchell did it the week before, and in both cases, they cost their team a win. Certainly, if DiMercato crosses the goal line successfully, Cardinals win that game. There's no question. A.D. Mitchell, it was still more of a little bit of a back and forth. Had he gotten that touchdown, there's still a chance the Rams win. They do face each other. I wonder if they'll hug each other at midfield.
Yes.
Maybe they should exchange jerseys.
Yeah.
You did a dumb play. You did a dumb play. Let's exchange jersey. My question though is, there's been a lot of social media fallout between Coach Gannon and DiMercato after that play.
Sure.
And so does he overcorrect? You know what I mean? And try to play DiMercato? I don't know. I think volume gets him there, but I think he's a risky flex. It's just whether he'll get some passing down work in a game in which they're touchdown underdogs, but certainly lower expectations for Michael Carter this week, despite the big usage last week for him against Carolina.
There's a material chance that the Cardinals, with their schedule, just the level team they're at, there's a material chance they miss the playoffs by one game. And if they do, that'll be a tough pill to swallow.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.